If I were to tell the story of Pinterest in a very Pinterestly fashion, I'd keep it simple and organized, maybe divide it into pin boards, one for each interesting topic about this addicting site, pinning compelling facts or examples in each board. So here goes. Pinboard number 1. What is Pinterest? It's a kind of online scrapbook. You can collect and organize images that appeal to you on pin boards and browse the boards of others.
I had a friend that referred to it as visual snacking.
People find images on the web or from other Pinterest boards. Anything from cute outfit ideas to cute babies to cute crafts.
I think it's fun to just collect beautiful things and look at beautiful things.
Megan Wilker works in the interactive media field but uses Pinterest mostly for fun. Keeps a board that's essentially a shopping list of things she'll likely buy and another list of things she wishes she could.
A Kate Spade bag that I really need if anyone is feeling generous. I have one of really attractive guys because, you know, why not? So yeah, mine are kind of all over the place. And then I have some for recipes that I want to try.
Pinterest is still new enough that you have to be invited by someone who has an account if you want to open one yourself. Pinboard number 2. Just how fast is Pinterest growing and why?
The users grew 429% from September 2011 through December 2011.
Eric Hansen writes about social media and points out it's not just the growth of Pinterest that's remarkable, it's the amount of time people spend on it.
It's a time sucker.
Because there's just so much to look at.
Yeah, certainly it's easy to get kind of down this rabbit hole of, you know, someone you know, and then you get onto someone's boards that you don't know, and you just sort of go down this trail.
You don't have to spend much time on Pinterest to see why it's growing so quickly.
You don't have to work too hard to use Pinterest.
It's beautiful, simple, uncluttered so far with ads. 99% of what's posted is positive, and you don't have to write or read.
A lot of social media tends to be, or can feel like, bragging. I'm talking about myself and the things that I'm doing. And with Pinterest, it's just like, this is this thing that I found beautiful. And so more than anything, when you look at someone's pin boards, I think you get a really interesting idea of who they are, not in what they say, but in the things that they collect and the things that they find beautiful and the things that really speak to them as a person, as a human being.
Pinboard number 3. Who are these people flocking to Pinterest? Pinterest says 80% of them are women. Some suspect that ratio is higher based on the number of wedding and female fashion photos posted and...
When I go on, 4 out of every 5 images are of a half-naked Ryan Gosling.
The women who use Pinterest are young, generally between 25 and 34, a retailer's dream demo, but they don't necessarily have a lot to spend. They may use the space to dream. Average household income of the Pinterest user between $25,000 and $75,000 a year.
Look at this great shoe.
It's really fun to see, the dresses that other people come across that I probably would have never seen.
But
I went on Pinterest again with sort of a purpose.
Every day it seems more men come into the world of Pinterest.
But I tend to just go to the search feature, which I could want to find here. And I'll type in, like, for example, coffee table. And then I found one that had been made from an old door, and I thought, I can do that.
Eric Bergman just moved into a new house. He started using Pinterest maybe a couple of months ago when his teenage daughter laid down the law about his sense of home design.
No more baseball pictures, things like that. We're going to make this a place that is really cool.
He's found endless do-it-yourself ideas and...
I have another board of various pictures of what I call the golden age of baseball.
A place where he can hang or pin old baseball pictures where his daughter won't object. Board number 4. How are people using Pinterest? It's different things for different people.
For me, it's more of a mental break than anything else.
For others, it may be a way of cataloging and sharing recipes they find on the internet.
It helps to give people ideas.
Wedding ideas, home decorating, but not just ideas. The photos most often link back to specific designers or stores if you want to buy something. Pinterest used to collect a fee for this. It's not clear if they still do.
It's like my portfolio.
Sasha Weston is a personal shopper who has arranged boards by style or dress code She uses them both to help and attract new clients.
So this board then has a mix of outfit ideas. If they're stuck, and if you are looking in your closet every morning and you're thinking nothing is working, I might say, you know what, why don't you come out here, take a look at my pin boards. You know, I think this particular board would be perfect for you.
Pin board number 5. How do retailers use Pinterest? Obviously, Pinterest users are potential customers.
Here, this was a good example. Here's a necklace I pinned.
Oh, and you have it.
And I'm wearing it.
But which came first, the pin or the purchase?
I pinned it first, and then I couldn't stop thinking about it.
Pinterest is driving more traffic, third-party traffic to sites than Google+, LinkedIn, and MySpace combined.
But the real value to retailers is that the site is in essence one big focus group, free market research they once had to pay for.
I think an opportunity for retailers is definitely trends, because if you see what people are going towards, like this is a great tool to use for listening to people.
Pin board number 6. So what does what gets pinned on Pinterest say about us?
It tends to be more aspirational. It tends to be something, a place you want to go, or a thing you want to buy, or a thing you want to make.
And it tends to be expensive and exotic, totally fashionable. If you search for captions with the words dream or the phrase someday, as in someday I'd like to have this, these are the kinds of images that come up.
I think as human beings, we love beauty. Most of what people pin on Pinterest are beautiful things. And human beings love beauty, and I think that's a good thing. And secondly, I think it says that we like to share those beautiful things, that we're inherently social.
Board number 7, can we paint a fantasy life?
You know, if I were to put my sociology hat on, I think that will be fascinating to watch and pay attention to.
This is what people sort of are dreaming of.
With that in mind, we created the ultimate Pinterest fantasy life. Our prototype user is a young woman based on Pinterest stats. If we search for a dream man or most attractive man, based on the number of times his pictures have been repinned, Ryan Gosling is her guy. Let's say they get engaged. This would be the ring of choice. It costs a cool $176,000. She would dazzle in this wedding dress, have a dream destination wedding in Mexico, come home to this dream house. Oh, come on. This would be her kitchen. She would drive this car, which probably isn't big enough for this cutest baby and this cutest dog. And when exhausted from living this dream life, and it would be exhausting, she would take a dream vacation in Greece. Like I said, it's a fantasy. In the past couple of weeks, I've noticed more retailers pinning their own products on Pinterest. People don't always like that, though, because it makes the site too commercial. So some of those companies have started to pull back. I'm Trish Van Pilsum for Fox 9 News.